going to be having the Indian Relay races, and it'll be probably close to about 10 minutes before we get underway with the Indian Relay portion of this afternoon's racing program. Now, in the meantime, there is still a lot of concessions that are under the grandstand, and if you are into drinking alcoholic beverages, the stand is still underneath there. They got a fresh load of ice cold beer that they brought in right at the end. So I don't know. It might be the freshest beer that you're ever going to drink on this Memorial Day weekend. So give us about 10 minutes in Native American style. We'll be back.
I got you. Judges, judges, please get down to trackside right now. Judges to trackside.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Energy Downs here in Gillette, Wyoming for the 2024 edition of the World Championship Caliber All Indian Relay, sponsored by the 307 Racing out of Gillette, Wyoming. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon we are going to have a total of 3 heats. 11 teams from across the Great Plains, people that have made their living off the Indian Relay, making their homes in the different reservations throughout North and South Dakota, along with Wyoming and Montana. These teams represent the different nations that they come from. The Arapaho, the Northern Arapaho out of the state of Wyoming is going to be represented here shortly, as well as the Ogallala from out of the Pine Ridge. The Hunkpapa from out of the Fort Yates Indian Reservation in North Dakota, and the Northern Cheyennes from out of Montana. They're going to be coming out here in front of the grandstand shortly. Now, in Indian Relay, there are a total of 4 men on a team. There is the rider, which is evident, and what we call the setup man. The setup man is a guy that is worth his weight in gold in the sport of Indian Relay. He's got to be a great horseman. He's going to be big and strong, and he's going to be able to set that horse in its proper position for the exchanges or the start of the race. And that is what we call the setup man. Now we have what they call the back holder. They're going to be holding on to the other horses, and then we have the catcher. The catcher is a young man that's going to be out there in the track like a bullfighter. He's going to be out there waiting for that horse to come in, and he's got to catch that horse. And that horse is going to be coming in probably around 15 to 20 miles an hour, about as fast as a heavyweight lineman of any NFL team in America. But only he's going to be weighing 3 times more than a lineman in the NFL. This horse is going to be coming in without brakes, without consideration of any kind, because he's a horse. Now, so this is the way it's set up. You have the 4 team members, and now you also have to have 3 horses. Now, the majority of the horses come off the racetrack, whether they be in Ruidoso Downs or whether it be in Santa Anita, whether it be in Prairie Meadows. These are thoroughbreds that can run a quarter in 22 and change. They got all the speed in the world. They are capable. They are horses that have won over $100,000, and they end up on the Indian Relay teams in Fort Yates, South Dakota, or the Crow Indian Reservation. This afternoon, making their way now towards their post positions, it's going to be Long Feather. They make their home in Fort Yates, North Dakota. They're in black and gold. They are members of the Hunkpapa, Fort Yates Indian Reservation. It is Jace Longfeather will be doing the riding for the Longfeather team, and the back holder is going to be Justin Longfeather, Tylee Cadott, and the mugger is going to be Xavier Cadott. They make their home in Fort Yates, North Dakota. In post position and box number 3 is going to be the Red Man Relay, and they make their home out of Ethatee, Wyoming, Riverton, Wyoming. It is the Red Man Relay, and a veteran rider by the name of John Redman Jr. will be handling the chores of riding. Ty Prairie is one of the people that's going to be the setup man. Lorraine Goggles is the back holder, and Don Collett is going to be the catcher. And in post position number 2, box number 2, is a Northern Cheyenne. They call themselves a Roundstone Relay. They make their home in Lame Deer, Montana, and a rider out of Crow Agency, Montana, by the name of Randy Red Star Moxon. He's going to be doing the riding for Roundstone. The catcher is going to be Dave Cayos Fisher. John David Roundstone is the setup man, and Sam Little White Man is going to be the back holder. In post position number 1, one of the top teams in America. This is a team that makes their home out of the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, the home of Crazy Horse, one of the greatest warriors in the history of America. And this is a team that represents that nation. It is Dancing Warrior, Pine Ridge, South Dakota. One of the best riders in the business. He goes by the name of Caton Brings Plenty. Caton Brings Plenty. And the holder is going to be Davis Yellow Bull. Austin Warrior and the mugger is going to be Holden Holiday, and they're almost all in line for the first heat of this afternoon's indigenous portion of the racing on Memorial Day weekend. They're all in line. And they're off. It's a good even start. In the middle of the track towards the rail is going to be Red Man Relay. Roundstone is in second. About 5 wide, it is going to be Dancing Warrior. Roundstone has now taken a lead of about a half a length on the outside of him. It's going to be Dancing Warrior. Along the rail is Red Man Relay, and the trailer is Long for the Fort Yates team. Down the back stretch they go. What Dancing Warrior has now taken command of the race, opening up about 2.5 lengths over Red Man Relay, who is along the rail, and towards the far outside is Roundstone is given an advantage when it is not necessary, as he's about in the middle of the track. It is going to be in third. Longfeather has now moved up alongside Roundstone Relay and passes them up as they go around the turn. Around the turn and heading towards the top of the stretch, it is now going to be Dancing Warrior, the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. The Ogallala team is out in front, opening up about 5.5 lengths over the Northern Arapaho team of Red Man Relay. And a gap of about 7.5 lengths is Longfeather. And Roundstone is now the trailer, back about 20 lengths from the lead. Here they come. It is Caton Brings Plenty. He gets a job done right away. It's John Redman. Gets up and away he goes. What an exchange for John Redman. And Jace Longfeather gets away. Now there is a distance about 35 lengths from first to third. Roundstone is now the trailer, and he's hoping, trying to make up ground, but it is going to be tough as Dancing Warrior now leads the pack by a good 15 lengths over Red Man Relay, and another 20 lengths further back is going to be Longfeather, and way out is going to be Roundstone. Down the straightaway they go. Dancing Warrior on that second horse is now all but counting his money as he comes around that turn. He's got one more horse to go. Caton Brings Plenty, one of the best in the business. Here he comes around the turn, making his way towards the top of the stretch. About 15 lengths further back is the Wyoming team, the Northern Arapaho. Here he comes. It is going to be John Redman. Another 10.5 lengths further back, the Unkpapa team from the Fort Yates Indian Reservation. Jace Longfeather, he's in third. And way back, the Northern Cheyennes are losing ground with every step. And here comes Brings Plenty. Watch his exchange. It is 1, 2, 3, and away he goes. That's how you do it in Indian Relay. John Redman, now watch his exchange. Redman comes in. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is the setup man has got the horse in the wrong place. It is going to be all right. He's going to maintain that second post position. And here comes Jace Longfeather. He's got 15.5 lengths if he wants to get into the place. Now here comes Randy Red Star on Roundstone. He gets off on the left side. He jumps on, and away he goes. It is Randy Red Star down the back stretch. Dancing Warrior now is looking back and doesn't see no competition. He's going to save that horse just a tad bit. But Red Man Relay is now trying to cut into that lead. It is about 25 lengths. Longfeather has moved up, has gained about 5 lengths since they exchanged. And here they come around the turn. Here comes Longfeather. Now he looks back, and he's going to give that horse just a little bit of a workout, and he's going to win this thing by about good 25 lengths. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Dancing Warrior from the land of the Ogallala, the descendants of Crazy Horse, the greatest warrior in the history of Indian America. Here he comes. Caton brings plenty. Caton brings plenty. Dancing Warrior. And now the battle is on for Red Man Relay. Jace Longfeather with Longfeather is going to the whip, but it is going to be of no avail, as here comes Red Man in second, Longfeather in third, and up the track at the top of the stretch, here comes Roundstone. Now, Roundstone, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause for the effort for Randy Moxon and Roundstone Relay of the Lame Deer Northern Cheyenne Nation. It is going to be a fourth place finish for the team from out of Lame Deer, Montana. It is Roundstone. What an exciting first heat of the 2024 307 Racing All Indian Relay right here at Energy Downs. What'd you think about that first heat, ladies and gentlemen?